Today, we're diving into something pretty incredible. We're going to pull back the curtain on a complete, and this is the best part, a totally free blueprint for creating a monetized YouTube news channel using almost nothing but AI. So let's break down exactly how this works. I mean, just think about it for a second. A news channel that automatically finds trending topics, writes its own scripts, and even generates a professional-sounding voiceover, all while you just handle the final assembly. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, the tools are here, they don't cost a dime, and they create a pretty fascinating business opportunity. So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture strategy. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of finding viral topics. After that, we'll use AI to create the script and voice, assemble the final video, and then, the part you've been waiting for, how to turn all those views into actual money. First up, let's get a bird's eye view of the whole system. To really get this, you need to see the entire assembly line before we start looking at each individual station. This is the master plan. You know, the best way to think about this whole process is like running a bakery. It's a great analogy. Google Trends, that's your market research. It tells you which cakes everyone is buying right now. Then you've got ChatGPT, who's your master baker, mixing all the raw ingredients into a perfect script. Clipchamp is the oven, baking that script into a warm, professional audio track. And finally, CapCut is your decorator, adding all the visual frosting and putting that finished product in the box, ready to sell. All right, let's start with the most important step of all, the market research. The success of this entire strategy really boils down to one thing: finding topics that tons of people are already searching for. And the tool we're going to use for this is Google Trends. It's totally free, and it gives you a direct peek into what the world is thinking about. This isn't about guessing what might be popular. It's about seeing the cold, hard data on what is popular this very second. So here's the secret. You go to Trending Now, you set your location, and you set the time frame. Easy enough. But step four is the secret sauce. You absolutely must change the sorting from by relevance to by search volume. Trust me, this is the one step you cannot skip if you want this to work. And this slide just perfectly explains why. Sorting by relevance is like asking a librarian for a book recommendation. Sure, it's a good guess, but it's still just an opinion. Sorting by search volume, on the other hand, is like looking at the New York Times bestseller list. It's not an opinion, it's pure data. It shows you exactly what millions of people are clamoring for. And for this channel, you want the bestseller every single time. Okay, so you've got your best-selling topic. Now we move into the actual content creation. This is where we use two different AI tools to spin a simple news article into the audio backbone of our video. First, we hand off our ingredients to our AI baker, ChatGPT. Its job is really simple. Just take the link to a news article about our topic and rewrite it into a brand new, unique script. This is key because it helps you avoid any plagiarism issues and lets you create original content. And the best part? Look how simple the prompt is. You literally just type, write an article using the information from this link, and then you paste the URL. That's it. ChatGPT does all the heavy lifting, spitting out a full script for you in just a few seconds. Okay, script is done. Now we need a voice. And for that, we turn to Clipchamp. Now look, there are plenty of paid text-to-speech services out there, but Clipchamp offers one that's 100% free, and it's described as being almost on par with those expensive premium options. That is some incredible value right there. The process here is pretty straightforward. You paste in your script, but here's a really good tip. For the language, make sure you select United States English. The source material says this option just sounds way more professional. After you pick a voice you like, you export. But, and this is a weird but crucial detail, you export it as a low-quality video file. And there it is. That's kind of the catch for getting this amazing tool for free. Since Clipchamp is a video editor, it gives you a video file. So we've got our professional voiceover, but it's stuck inside this useless black screen video. This sets up our next step perfectly. So, how do we get that audio out? Well, we bring in our decorator, the final tool in our blueprint, CapCut. This is where everything finally comes together. CapCut actually does two really important things for us here. First, it's the key that unlocks our trapped audio. And second, it's where we'll add our visuals and finish the whole video. And just like everything else in this workflow, it's free and super easy for beginners to use. Freeing that audio is actually ridiculously easy. You just import that 480p video file into CapCut, right-click it, and hit Extract Audio.
Boom, the audio track just pops right out and you can delete the leftover video. Problem solved in like 4 clicks.
Now here's a little pro tip for you. The audio that comes out of Clipchamp can be a little on the quiet side. So the first thing you should do is grab that new audio clip and just boost the volume by about 10%. It's a tiny tweak, but it makes the final video feel much more powerful and engaging. All right, audio track is ready to go. Time for the fun part, visuals. Now, it's important to know, this part of the process is manual. You're going to be finding relevant clips on YouTube, maybe grabbing some of those reaction-style videos from TikTok, or just saving images from the original news article. Then you just drag and layer them over your narration in CapCut. And here is another fantastic CapCut tip, especially for when you use those vertical TikTok clips. To make them fit a normal YouTube video without those ugly black bars on the side, just go to the canvas effect, choose blur, and it will fill the empty space with a cool, blurred-out version of the video itself. It instantly makes your video look so much more polished. So we've built our video factory. It's fast, it's mostly automated, and it's free. But how does it actually make any money? Well, that brings us to our final and maybe most important section, the monetization strategy. Okay, here's the puzzle. On YouTube, if your video is longer than 8 minutes, you can put extra ads in the middle of it. More ads means more money per view. But our AI-generated news videos are short, usually under 2 minutes, so they get way fewer ads. So the big question is, how on earth can a channel like this compete? And the solution, the very core of this entire business model, is volume. Just pure, relentless volume. Because the production process is so fast and costs nothing, you can simply outproduce everyone. The whole strategy is to upload 10, maybe even 15 of these short videos every single day. You make up for less money per video by having a massive number of videos out there. And this all leads us to a really fascinating final thought. This blueprint we've walked through basically automates most of the work of news creation, making it almost frictionless and totally free. So the question we have to ask ourselves is this: when anyone, and I mean anyone, can create a news channel that runs on a system like this,